This is our strength and our stretch for today. So let's hop right into it. Go ahead and draw your feet hip width apart and parallel. Draw your knees up towards your chest. Welcome, welcome. If you're just joining us, we're just getting started with our strength and stretch. You'll want to grab a set of medium and heavy weights if you like. I'm using 8 pounds and 12 pounds just for reference. Go heavier, go lighter. Draw that knee up and over to a side lunge, pressing your hips back. So we've got 8 moves here. We're taking it back down to the basics. And we're going to do strength moves, 60 seconds on, 5-second breather. Maybe set the weights down, catch your breath. Come down to a low, wide squat, feet wider than your hips, toes turned out, arms out to a T, bend and extend the knees. So 60 seconds on, 5-second breather, 4 times through. After that 4th round, then we'll come into the stretch. Hold and bend the knees, tiny circles with your arms. Reverse that direction, shoulders relax down from your shoulders. Reach down, tap towards the opposite inside foot. So we've got total body today. You guys know I don't do any targeting body areas. Everything's all together. We've got some upper body, some back, some lower body, some glutes, and some core. From here, have a soft bend of the knees, hinge forward at your waist. Give yourself a nice big hug and then squeeze your shoulder blades together as you lift your arms up high towards the ceiling. A few more here. All right, gently come on up. Draw that knee up and over, just the right side. And then reverse that direction. Opening up those hips. Switching to the left side, knee forward, to the side and back. And then reverse. All right, first set we got bicep curl, hammer curl, and candlestick curl. So palms facing up, bicep curl, hammer curl, candlestick. We're just gonna alternate. 60 seconds is on the clock. Feet are hip width apart and parallel. Have a soft bend in your knees. You can also always stagger those feet, bringing one foot back. You're just alternating hammer curl, palms facing up. Hammer curl, palms facing in, bicep curl, palms facing up, and that candlestick, or also known as a W curl, with the palms facing up, but you're out at that diagonal. Keep it going, you're halfway there. Round 1 right here. Elbows bend, elbows extend, still going. Adjust those feet if you need to. Have a bend in those knees. Firing up those biceps right here. 10 more seconds. Then you got your first breather. Coming up. Bicep curl, hammer curl, candlestick curl, and 2, and 1. All right, relax your shoulders, down and back. Here we go, round 2, right here. Any variation of those 3, maybe alternating. You've got it, stay with it. Bicep curl, hammer curl, candlestick curl. Keep it going. 20 seconds down, less than 40 to go. If you're just joining us, do a quick warm up. We're starting our 2nd round of 4. We've got upper body to start, lots of curls. We're alternating between a bicep curl, a hammer curl, and a candlestick curl. Grab the weights that you need for total body today. 15 more seconds. That's it, you've got it. Firing up those biceps right away. You've got 5. That's 4, 3, 2. Roll the shoulders up and down. We're going for round 3 right here. Find your stance, stagger feet hip width, bicep curl, extend, hammer curl, extend. Bring the palms facing back up, candlestick curl, outside W, and extend. Keep it going. Lots of curls today. You've got 3 variations. Again, bicep curl with your palms facing up, same palm towards the same shoulder. Next, you got a hammer curl with your palms facing in towards one another. And lastly, you have a candlestick curl, palms facing up, arms slightly out that diagonal. You don't have to go in that order. You can go in any order that you'd like. Just keep moving. Stay with it. This is round 3. You got a total of 4 rounds. We've got 8 moves today. At the end of that 4th round, then we'll stretch. Last 3, 2. All right, make sure that your shoulders are relaxed down from your ears. Don't scrunch them up. All right, round 4 right here. Curl time. Bicep curl, candlestick curl, hammer curl, slow and steady. So as slow as you draw those thumbs, the palms up towards the same shoulder, that's the same resistance you're going to use as you release those pinkies down towards your hips. Almost there. Stay with it. We got a stretch for upper body coming up next. You're halfway there. Bicep curl, hammer curl, candlestick curl. Just keep moving. 20 more seconds. I know it burns. You're almost there. Last 10. Stay with it. Keep the elbows close in towards your side. Last 3, 2. All right, gently release those weights down towards the floor. Cross that right arm over the left. This is your 60 seconds of stretch right here. Open and switch. Left arm across. Gently release that bind. Right hand forward, pulling your right fingertips gently in towards your body. For those hammer curls, release, left arm forward, fingertips out and down. Release that quick tricep stretch here. Gently pulling your right elbow down. Open and switch. We're gonna grab those weights again. Go heavy, one weight in each hand. Feet are hip width apart and parallel. We're gonna fire up those obliques now. Keep the shoulders pulled down from your ears. Stay nice and tall, reaching from side to side. This is round 1 of 4. Now, as you reach that same hand towards the same outside thigh, knee, calf, or ankle, actively stack that top shoulder over the left. Imagine your body's between 2 panes of glass in front of you and behind you, so you're not able to roll your shoulder forward. You're not able to stick your bum out. Everything is in one line, really crunching those obliques, reaching down towards the outer ankle. Slow and steady. This is a nice stretch for that oblique that you just crunched while actively crunching that oblique. Last 3, 2, and 1. Come back through center. Make sure those shoulders are pulled down away from your ears. Here we go, round 2 of 4. Reaching down. As you reach down, stack that top shoulder directly over the left. Keep it going. Reach down and lift. Reach down and lift. Navel's pulled in towards your spine and up towards the crown of your head. Don't forget to breathe. You can always widen your stance to give yourself some more stability. If you want to make it more challenging, you can bring those legs closer together, still reaching, still stacking that top shoulder. Stay with it, reach and crunch. Keep it going. Don't forget to breathe. All right, come back to center. Catch your breath. Here we go, round 3. Reach down. Maybe trying to start on a different side. If you tend to start on the same side each time, switch it up. Keep it going. Reach down and lift. Reach and lift. You got it. 20 seconds down. Still going. Of course, grab water whenever you need it. Still battling this cough that just never seems to leave me. So I'll be taking a little bit more breaks than usual. Take as many breaks as you need to. Come into it when you're ready, reaching down towards that outer hip, knee, ankle, reach for whatever you can. Don't get sloppy with your upper body. Keep that shoulder stacked over the bottom. 10 more seconds here. Exhale as you crunch. Inhale, lift. Last 3, 2. All right, roll the shoulders up and back. 4th and final round right here. Remember why you showed up today. Maybe grab those heavier weights if you can. Keep equal weights in your hands. That's it. Crunch and reach. Inhale, lift. Keep the shoulders relaxed down from your ears. Pulling your shoulder blades down and back. We're going to stretch that core here in just a little bit. Some hip flexor stretch as well. We're going to hold one heavy weight for our next move. We still got that stretch in between. Don't worry. You've got it. Last 5, 3, 2, and 1. Gently set those weights down. Come back to standing. Feet are hip width apart and parallel. Cross your right foot behind the left. Sweep both arms overhead. Left hand grabs right wrist. Side bend over to the left. Think about pressing your hips forward and back at that diagonal. So you're crossing that right foot behind. You're pressing those hips forward. Lean over to the left. Release your bind. Right hand down. Cross your left foot behind the right. Reach your arms overhead. Right hand grabs left wrist. Side bend over to the right and then slightly back to deepen that stretch. Holding here and breathing. Just like a tiny curtsy. Really pull your left hand with your right wrist. All right, release your bind. Grab one heavy weight here. Bring that weight overhead. We're going to fire up that core. Hold that weight. Drive the right knee up. Open the hip. Bring it forward. Set it down. Left side, open. Bring it forward. Set it down. If you want to add some more upper body, you can always add a lift and a lower of those arms with that weight. Or just hold that weight steady. Knee drive. Hip open. Hip close. Bring it back down. Halfway. Doesn't matter how wide you open that hip. You want to test your balance. You're engaging your core by moving that left leg, whether it's an inch or 2, whether it's a few feet, out to your same hip, and then back forward. All right. 7 more seconds here. Stay with it. Knee drive, hip open, close, bring it in. All right. We're going to try something a little bit different. Same thing, but we're going to do just the right leg. So reach the arms overhead. Right knee drive, open, close, tap down, lift it up, open, close, tap it down. So just the right side. We'll do 1 full minute on the right, 1 full minute on the left, and then we're going to go back to alternating. Try to flex that right foot so you're keeping the arms overhead. Or if you want, let's see if I can do it this way. Press it up, hold it up, open, close, release the foot, release the arms. Press it up, open, close, bring it down. You've got it, keep it going. Staying tall on that left leg. Keep a micro bend in that left knee. When you're standing on a certain leg, just one leg, avoid locking it out. That'll help you balance. Flex through your right foot. That's 3, 2, and 1. Release everything down. Woo, shake it out. All right, stand tall on that right foot. Reach that weight overhead, left side, lift, open, close, lower down. You've got it. Keep that left knee lifted as you open and close the hips. Option to keep the arms overhead, or if you want, lift and lower with that knee drive. If you want to add a little extra arms, do what you can today. You can do one weight if you have a heavy enough weight. If you're limited on weights, grab 2 weights, 1 weight in each hand. Do what you can. That's it. You've got 20 seconds here on the left side. Stay with it. Power through, keep a soft bend. And that right knee, ground through your right foot. Big toe to pinky toe, straight back to your heel. Flex that left foot. That's it. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Set it all down. Woo. All right, we're going back to alternating. Reach it high overhead. Knee drive, open, bring it in, lower down, switch sides. Engage your abs. Do not forget to breathe. Continue breathing here. You don't want to get any unnecessary cramps just from breathing. Inhale, lift. Exhale, open. Inhale, close. Exhale, lower. Finding that breath to movement will make it a lot easier. You've got it. If you get the weebles and wobbles, just slow it down. There is no need to go for speed for any of these. You got 4 minutes to complete these moves. Do what you can. That's it. You got 5. Last 2. All right, bring everything down. Ooh, set that weight down. All right, come into a reverse lunge. Left knee forward, right knee back. Untuck your right toes, pressing into that left knee. Chin and chest is lifted. You can reach your arms up high overhead. You can gaze up to look up, or you can keep your gaze forward. Trying to press deeper into that right hip, into that left knee. Gently draw it back. Switch sides, left knee down. Base step forward on your right foot. Press into that right knee. Chin and chest is lifted. Stay here if you want. You can bring the arms overhead. You can bring the palms facing out. You can lean your upper body back, gazing up towards the ceiling. 10 more seconds here. We're grabbing those heavy weights again. We've got deadlifts coming up next. All right, unbind everything. Come on up. Grab those heavy weights. Let's see how many rounds I can last with these 12s. All right, feet hip width, slightly turned out. Draw those weights down the front of your thighs, down towards your knees, down your calves. Your back is completely straight. So if you're starting to arch or round your spine, as you roll down, only go as far as you can with your back remaining straight. If you can continue to lean down with your back being straight, try to press your booty out. That's exactly where you want to be. Come on up. Imagine you're trying to sit your hips, or rather touch your glutes to the wall behind you. Reaching further back. Your knees do not come any more forward. Keep your neck in neutral spine. So even though I'm turning to look at you guys, make sure that your gaze is down in front of you. So where your body hinges is where your gaze will follow. Stay with it. Come on up. Roll your shoulders up and back. Keep those feet just where they are. Here we go. Round 2 of 4. Press those hips back. Rise up. Press the hips back. Arms down directly in front of your hips. As you hinge forward, those weights move down your thighs, down towards your knees, maybe further down towards your calves, your shins, the front side of your calves. Keep it going. Reaching down towards your toes. The goal here though is not how far can you make that weight go towards your toes. The goal here is your back is flat. Your neck is in neutral spine. So as you hinge, your gaze is going to move. You're not able to find a specific spot as if you were trying to balance. You're grounded through the feet. Keep it going. 10 more seconds. Ground through all 3 points of each foot. Last 3, 2, and 1. Come on up when you're ready. Shoulders up and back. We've got round 3 coming up next. Here we go. Glide those weights down. Do what you can. Adjust your weights if you need to. Go heavier, go lighter. You got it. Really press those hips back. Pretend like you're trying to press in towards that wall behind you. Maybe you are tapping a wall behind you. Keep it going. Lift and lower, pressing those hips back. You got this. Looking so strong. You are more than halfway there. Keep the shoulders relaxed down from your ears. Arms are directly in front of you, palms facing in towards your body. Last 10 seconds right here. That's it, you've got 5. Last 3, 2, and 1. Shoulders up and back. 4th and final round right here. Make it your best yet. Seal those feet, here we go. Glide the weight down. Gently rise up. You should feel this in your glutes by now, if you haven't already. Keep it going. Press those hips back. Bend into those knees, but you're not bending your knees forward. You're bending your knees to the point where you're trying to press your hips back. And then gently rising up. Slow and steady. This one in particular, we're not going for speed. And rise. Continue to draw your navel into your spine and up to the crown of your head and continuing to breathe. 15 more seconds right here. You got it. Stay with it. Last 5. All right, finishing up where you are. When you're ready, set those weights down. We're gonna walk our feet slightly wider than our hips. From here, hands to your hips. Hinge forward, coming down towards the floor. Maybe reaching for the floor, maybe reaching for your thighs, the outside of your calves, your feet. And we're just gonna bend and extend both of the knees. Now, if this is comfortable and you want to release your hands, releasing some of your lower back, bind your elbows together, coming into a ragdoll. Letting your neck hang loose, crown of your head coming down towards the floor. You can always keep your hands on your hips, your thighs, your shins, your ankles, or bind your hands, just boxing out your upper body. All right, we got upper body and back coming up in 3, 2. All right, come on up, grab weights that you want to do for upper body. Feet are wider than your hips, slight bend in your knees. We have alternating reverse fly. Keep a soft bend in those elbows. So we're not keeping the arms straight, we're keeping those elbows nice and bent, lifting and lowering, opposite side. You can also do this from kneeling. You want to just do one side, left foot forward, just working that right arm. We've got 4 rounds here, so you can do 2 and 2, or you can do both arms. You've got 20 more seconds, alternating right and then left, or just focusing on one side, just making sure that you're alternating for the next round. You've got it, stay with it. Reverse fly, bring it back down. All right, catch your breath. Roll the shoulders up and back. Come back into it, here we go. Maybe starting with that opposite side that you normally don't start with. You've got this. Alternating, reverse fly. Single arm allows you to focus on that actual body part that you are working. Breaking it down. Single arm reverse fly. Keep a soft bend in those elbows, just as if you're trying to hug a big beach ball. You've got it. More than halfway. You can also come down onto your knees and just work one side. Always an option. Do what you can. You can also walk your feet a little bit closer together if that's more comfortable for you. Find what works for you today. Last 3, 2. All right, release down. Shoulders up and back. Round 3 right here. You can stagger that stance. You can bring your legs zipped together. You can widen your stance. Your choice. Kneeling, standing, alternating reverse fly. Now, if you're able to get your arm all the way up, go heavier with the weights. Do yourself a favor. You don't want to strain your shoulder by lifting that arm up too high. If you only have one set of weights, double up that arm. Keep it going. Last 20 seconds. Almost there. So close. Alternating reverse fly, one arm at a time. Keep it going for 5. That's 3, 2. All right, shoulders relax down, shake it out. We've got our 4th round right here. When you're ready, come into it. Alternating reverse fly. Keep it going. 10 seconds down, you know what that means. Keep it going. One arm at a time. Almost there. Keep your navel pulled in towards your spine. Keep a soft bend in those knees. Alternating. Single arm. Reverse fly. Less than 20. You've got it. Keep it going. Last 5, 3, 2. Gently set those weights down. Come back to standing. Feet wider than your hips, toes turned out. Bring your arms together. Bind your hands. Bring your palms facing out around your spine. Bring your gaze towards your navel, towards your toes. Peeling your shoulder blades apart. Inhale, bring your arms overhead. Keep that bind if you can. You can always release it at any time. If you're extra bendy, you can keep the bind and bring your arms behind your back, or release your bind your hands behind your back. Gaze up, look up. Stay here or hinge forward. You can keep the arms up or release them down towards your lower back. All right, inhale, rise up. Grab those weights. We've got lower body and upper body. Feet wider than your hips. One weight in each hand. Give me a side lunge, narrow row. Release it down. Opposite side. Lateral lunge. Row it up. Release it down. We're going to alternate for the 1st and 4th round. The 2nd round will go just to the left. The 3rd round will go just to the right. Keep it going, slow and steady. You're reaching those weights to frame that same foot, calf, knee, thigh. You're holding it low and you're rowing those arms up, bringing those weights towards your rib cage. Keep it going, toes are turned outward. That's it. Lateral lunge, narrow row as you hold in that lunge. That's it. You got 5. That's 3, 2. All right, come on up. Shoulders relax down. We're gonna go just to the left side. So with those same weights, here we go. Lateral lunge, row it up, release. Come back to standing. Left lateral lunge, row it up, release. Come back to standing. So you are framing that left foot. Your gaze is directly above your left toes. You can gaze down, you can gaze forward, you can gaze out from your right hip. Keep it going. You're more than halfway. Slow it down if you need to. Back is flat here as you hold it in that side lunge and you row it up. Try drawing those elbows a little bit higher. Try drawing those weights towards your rib cage, maybe past your rib cage. That's it. Keep it going. Last 3, 2. Come on up. Shoulders up and down. We're going to turn and do that right side now. Pivot those toes if you need to. Here we go. Right knee bends. Hold it bent. Row it up. Release it down. Come into that side lunge. Hold that lunge. Give me that narrow row. Release it down. Come back to standing. So you're keeping your body focused over that right leg. Row it up. Release. Come back to standing. Engage your abs. That's it. Keep it going. More than halfway. Finishing up round 3. So strong. Almost there. Yes, you can. Row it up. Weights towards your rib cage. Elbows high towards the ceiling. You've got 5. That's 3, 2. All right, come on up. We're gonna alternate. Maybe start with the opposite side this time. Lateral lunge, narrow row, release. Rise up, pivot to the other side. Lateral lunge, row it up, release. Switch sides. Keep it going. Slow it down as much as you need to. We are not going for speed on any of these. Remember, this is your 4th minute. That's a long time for full strength training. 4 minutes, essentially back to back. You've had 15 seconds in between those 4 minutes. You've got 20 seconds to go. That's it. Last 10. You've got 5. That's 3, 2. All right, set those weights down. When you're ready, come back to that wide stance. We're gonna come down low on that right knee. You can bring your hands to the floor. If you want to challenge your balance, you can bring your hands to heart center. Point, flex, circle out that left ankle, wiggle your toes. Stay low, come on over to the other side, bend into that left knee. Maybe flex your right toes, you can point. Stretch that inner and outer thigh. Chest is lifted. Come back through center, forward fold. Just for a few breaths, release your palms down to the floor, your hips, your thighs. When you're ready, roll on up. All right, grab 1 weight if you got heavies. Grab 2 if you got lighters. Lighter weights. Feet hip width apart. Weight overhead. Tricep bend and extend. This is it. So a few options here. You can zip your legs to make it more challenging. Likewise, you can widen that stance to disperse the weight out. You can stagger the feet. 1 foot back, 1 foot forward with a bend in the knees. Your elbows are directly up overhead. So avoid letting the elbows come down this way. Avoid bringing the arms back. That'll really hurt yourself, especially if it's not in the first round eventually. Keep the elbows tucked in so they start to come outwards. Be mindful, bring them back in. Elbows bend, elbows extend, slow and steady. You can keep that weight horizontal or you can bring that weight long ways. Last 2. All right, catch your breath. You got 3 more rounds of this. Here we go. Find that stance that works for you. Maybe adjust your feet. See what you're feeling, not just today, but on this round. You can always change up the feet. You can always adjust the weight. Make sure those elbows are directly over your shoulders, not further in front of you. Maybe you can barely see your biceps from the outer corners of each eye, and making sure that you're not bringing those elbows further back. You don't want to lean back. None of this is in your back. Engage your abs to protect your spine and protect your core and keep the weight overhead, bend and extend. You can also always come down to kneeling. That is always an option as well. Elbows bend, elbows extend. Last 3, 2, and 1. Release it down. Catch your breath. All right, round 3, here we go. And I love that, Kishore, thank you. Another option with 1 or 2 weights, you can extend and bend that elbow, keeping that arm in close to your body. If you have 1 weight, just do 1 full minute on one side, 1 full minute on the other side. If you've got 2 weights, you can do them together. Always another option. We're firing up those triceps here. Halfway through round 3. That's it. 20 more seconds. Woo. Feel the burn. You've got it. Bend and extend. Last 10. You got it for 5. That's 3, 2. Set those weights down. Catch your breath. Give those triceps a breather. Here we go. Round 4. This is it for upper body. Next up, we've got lower body and core with alternating single leg deadlifts. Tricep bend and extend with a slight hinge forward with a bend in the knees is also an option. 1 weight, 2 weights, double or alternating. You've got it. Stay with it. We're going to stretch those arms here in just a moment. You've got 12 more seconds. Stay with it. Elbows bend, elbows extend. You got 5. That's 3, 2, and 1. Gently set those weights down. Come back to standing. Sweep both arms overhead. Sweep the arms down, drawing the right arm underneath the left. Eagle arms. You can grab opposite elbows. You can grab opposite palms. From here, lift your elbows up. Feel that stretch in your biceps and your shoulders and your back between your shoulder blades. Hold it for the exhale. Inhale, release your arms, arms overhead. This time, swing the left arm under the right, bind the hands, opposite elbows. From here, lift your elbows up. Feel that stretch. Stretching those triceps. You should feel it between your shoulders. All right, release that. Let it all go. Grab those weights of choice. Stagger the right foot back. Alternating single leg deadlifts. Right foot back, left foot back. So we're going to stagger for our first and 4th round. And then we're going to do just the right side for our 2nd round, just the left side for our 3rd round. So that back foot, you're going to pop that heel, press the hips back. Your back is still flat, so avoid arching or rounding your spine. You're still trying to press those hips back to that wall, maybe that imaginary wall behind you. You're hinging at your hips. You're bending into your knee, but your knee is not coming forward. So it's a slight bend. If you think about it that way, keep your neck at neutral spine, shoulders relaxed down from your ears. Last 3, 2. All right, roll the shoulders up and back. Start with that right foot forward, left foot back. Pop that left heel, bend into your knees. Gently rise up. Try to press that right hip back. So as you do this move with your left foot back, your left hip is going to want to press back and your right hip's going to want to come forward. Try to press your right hip back, keeping those hips in line. The goal here is to fire up that right glute. So that front leg, that's the glute that you're working. Release down. Come back up. Keeping that left leg staggered back, right foot forward. Ground through that right foot, big toe, pinky toe, straight back to that heel. Squeeze your glutes. 10 more seconds and we're gonna switch sides. That's 3, 2, and 1. Left foot forward. Bring that right foot back, lift that right heel. Ground through your left foot, here we go. Single leg deadlift, press that left hip back. Keep it in line with your right hip. Hip stays square. So if that left hip starts to come forward and your right hip comes back, keep the hips nice and square. Keep it going. Lift that right heel as high as you need to. Keep a bend in both of the knees. You're bending even deeper as you reach the weights down the left knee, shin, down towards your ankle. Keep it going. Back is flat. Press your hips back. Rise up. 10 more seconds. Then we're going to go back to alternating. Finishing up so strong. You got 3, 2. All right, shake it out. Start with the right foot. Stagger it back. Come down that left leg. Rise up, switch sides. So we're back to alternating. Do not go for speed. You'll compromise the form. Does not matter how many you do. You just did a full minute on each side. Then you did 30 seconds on one side, 30 seconds on the other side. Do not worry about how many you get in. Make sure that front hip is pressing back to keep it in line with that back hip. You got it. 20 more seconds. Bring your gaze down as you hinge your hips back. Last 10. We're going to come down onto the floor for our final stretch. In 3, 2. All right, finish up where you're at. Set the weights down. You can also stay standing. I can go on the floor, it's a little bit deeper. We're going to come into a figure 4, so you can also stay standing. Bend your knees, extend your right foot, cross your right ankle over your left thigh. Walk your left foot in as close or keep as far away as you need to. Flex your right toes. Allow your knees to fall over to one side. Come back through center, over to the other. Both sides. From here, keep that right ankle over the left. Lift your hips high. Keep the hips high, bend the elbows, and lift. One more. And lift, lower the hips. Release that right foot down. Lift your left leg high, flex your left foot, cross your left ankle over your right thigh. You can walk that right foot out or keep it as close in as you'd like. Allow your knees to fall over to the right. Come back through center, over to the left. Back through center, one more time each side. Fingertips facing your heels, keeping that left ankle crossed over the right. Lift your hips. Hold it lifted. Bend and extend those elbows 2 times. Hold the arms straight. Lower the hips. Reach both legs out long. Reach for your toes. Reach for your thighs, your knees, your calves, your toes. Standing or on the floor. Lay your neck hang nice and loose. Walk your hands to your hips, butterfly your knees out. Bring the soles of your feet together. You can rock side to side. Sweep both arms up high. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, lift, release your right hand to your left knee, looking over your left shoulder. Inhale, both arms high. One more cactus, lift your gaze. Inhale, reach, left hand to right knee, looking over your right shoulder. Inhale, come back through center. Bring your knees together. Come to standing, feet wider than your hips. Nice big inhale. One more for good luck. Fantastic work. Thank you all so much for joining me today. I missed you.